Good evening, and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us today. Whether this is your first time experiencing Sahaja Yoga or you've been meditating with us for a while, we're very happy to have you with us. My name is Tripti, and I'm joining you from Boston. Today, we are on day 71 of Sahaja Yoga meditation, and this is our fourth session of the year called The Joy of the Spirit. We will begin our session with a foot soak. So please have your tubs and rinse water ready. All our sessions are recorded. So if you'd like to review any of the information that has been shared here, you can go to our website, a link for which will be shared later in the chat. Along with our recordings, you'll have access to a lot of other useful information. There are handouts and just a host of other things that you'll find helpful. At the end of our session today, we'll have breakout rooms. So here's where you'll have a chance to speak with an experienced Sahaja Yoga practitioner. You may also be in a small group of other people who, like you, have been joining our sessions and meditating. So it's a great forum to exchange information, ask questions, share experiences. And if you'd like to request a mentor or an additional mentor, you can fill out a form. A link will be pasted in the chat. On Thursday, we talked about giving realization to others. Today, we'll explore another beautiful aspect of Sahaja Yoga, how meditation helps us in feeling connected to others. So in this world where so much divides us, Sahaja Yoga is a reminder of what it is that unites us. It is this deep inner silence we experience in our meditation and the universal energy that flows through all of us. So shortly, we'll be joined by Mark, who will take us through a foot soak, a guided meditation. We'll also watch a talk of Shri Mataji, and at the end of the session, we'll be taken into breakout rooms. Now, I'd like to invite our presenter, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hello, nice to see you, Tripti.
Likewise. And with that, I'll hand it over to you.
Welcome, everybody. This is Mark in New Jersey, and I am very eagerly anticipating a good meditation with all of you this evening. So I'll be talking about friendship, and especially my own experiences in Sahaja Yoga and how the meaning of friendship has evolved. So it is possible to practice Sahaja Yoga alone in a way. You sit there, you have the photograph, you check your own vibrations, you balance yourself, you learn the techniques. But I think there's many more things to be discovered about Sahaja Yoga and about yourself if you can do it in some kind of a relationship, in a relationship that we'll call friendship. It can begin with a feeling inside of, I like this person. And sometimes we have no idea why we like them, but we just know we're attracted to them. We feel like this is somebody I want to get to know better. And then maybe you begin a conversation and you have that moment of you too, and you realize that, yeah, there's a reason why you feel that kinship, that there is something that makes you sort of on the same wavelength. And then maybe out comes a few confessions that, oh, you feel like you're in the lifeboat also sometimes and you haven't figured out everything yet. It sounds a lot like me. So then you find that you spend time together, you talk more, and your sense of connection to that person increases. And then what happens when you're both meditating is that you start to realize that the more time you spend with that person in these conversations, your connection to your own true self also increases. And in those moments where you really connect to your friend, you realize that you're kind of emptied out, you're cleared out. The fear, the anger, the tension is replaced with relief. and peace. And you feel like you can be very open with this person. And of course, in Sahaja Yoga, we don't only feel our own chakras, we feel the chakras of other people. So in a way, it's quite unique in that it's like, I know where your chakras are blocked. So you kind of begin with this amazing connection just through your sensitivity to the state of their subtle system. Without knowing all the details, you can tell that, oh, you're working that out? Yeah, me too. So the more you develop this friendship, the more you start to recognize how precious it is. You start to really appreciate each other. When you're feeling a little bit down, which is going to happen sometimes, speaking personally, the other person can give you a boost, or you're kind of blocked and they'll give you some inspiration. So it evolves. It becomes a relationship in which, maybe unlike so many others in our lives, it's just acceptance. Here's somebody who will listen, and that's a person that you can just listen to. And while you're listening, you can be soothing them, reassuring them, comforting them. And what you start to feel together is what I now call pure love. Just flows. And it can be kind of overwhelming sometimes. And sometimes you can't even speak because you just feel this amazing good feeling that just fills you up and everything else is gone. And then what's really amazing is that as you're meditating together, spending more time together, that feeling of connection just keeps growing, gets stronger, and gets better. So with true friends, even though you might say, oh, it's so late, how can I call you? Or, oh, I'm taking so much of your time, there is no imposition. There is no inconvenience. You can always make time for that friend. And the cool thing is that when you're so connected, when you're kind of like one attention, you're kind of just looking after yourself. You really realize that I'm not looking after anybody else when I clear that out or get to thoughtless awareness, that it is as much me as it is the other person. And then, of course, in a very, very strong friendship, sometimes you do need to give a little kick like you would to yourself. Sometimes you need to give a hug. Sometimes you just need the comfort. And you give that without any expectation. It's absolutely not transactional. It's like you're meditating, the vibrations just flow out, the love just flows out, and here's somebody who really can feel it and appreciates it, and it works in both directions. So in those sublime moments when you really connect, you don't need to say anything. You just go thoughtless. The attention is completely cleared out. And so to summarize this state of sort of evolved friendship that I've achieved several times now in Sahaja Yoga, it took many years of clearing and clearing and clearing before I could actually have a clean enough heart to really know that I was receiving and giving something so pure. And so it becomes what I call a state of joy and wonder. So we can achieve something like that even in this room together, in this Zoom call, in this program, where we just open ourselves and let it flow. So together, let's have a state of meditation, do a little balancing, and of course, include our foot soak. So let's put attention inside. See if there's any thoughts. Sometimes you can even feel that connection to the other people. You realize that this collective attention is relaxing and soothing my attention. So together, let's raise our Kundalini and give a bandhan. And then keeping the attention as steady and clear as possible, the bandhan. And then we can check, what am I feeling? When I'm sitting with my friends, it's not so much, oh, I feel my Vishuddhi, I feel your Vishuddhi. I feel the Vishuddhi. And together we're going to work on the Vishuddhi, on a blockage. Might be us, might be something else. So maybe we've had some emotionally trying moments in the past day or past week. It's kind of pulled us a little bit from our equilibrium, and we could sure use a little clearing of what we call the left side, all the stuff from the past, our emotional side. So let's put our right hand towards the floor. Left hand is resting palm up. And we request to Mother Earth to please absorb all the heaviness, all the upset, all the stuff that's in my left channel. Let me just feel my heart, the pure love that is flowing. So we can begin to combine our clearing with using the water and the salt, the earth and the water elements together. So before we move to clearing our right channel, let's put our feet in our basin of salt water, a bit warmer if we are feeling kind of in a slump, a little bit kind of snoozy, or maybe quite a bit cooler if we feel like we're over agitated, did too much stuff on the computer, a little too much planning. So now the stuff we want to clear out will be clearing out through the different elements and at the same time clearing out through our feet. So let's clear our right channel. So the right hand is resting palm up. We bend the left elbow, palm facing backwards. Now all our mental reactions, all our mental justifications creates heat and stress, especially in our liver. So let it all that heat and stress and friction come out into the ether. And the powerful effect of meditating in a group, sometimes I can really notice the difference that I get into the thoughtless state so much easier. We can rest our hands on our lap. And it feels like I'm not the only one who used a lot of thinking and computer time recently. So together, let's clear Swadhisthana chakra, the second chakra. We can rest our hand on the abdomen, just below the navel. Attention on this second energy center in the diagram. And only trying to balance and keep healthy all the organs in this area, the pancreas, the spleen, the liver, the kidneys. It's also supplying the energy for all that thinking. So let's invite our Mother Kundalini to please recharge our Swadhisthana chakra. We can put our hands out again, palms up. Some people will feel a difference. Some people are not so sensitive. So we just see, how do I feel? What's my state? Are my muscles tensed up? Is my head filled with thoughts? Is the one hand kind of buzzing or shaking? So we just observe. Let's do a little bit more cooling down of all that activity, all that thinking and mental activity. Take our left hand and place it on the right side of our abdomen, between the hip and the rib cage. And we invite that pure, mothering, nourishing power, our Kundalini. Please cool down and soothe down my state of being. Let me be fully in the present. Again, place the hands on the lap, just relaxed with the palms up. See how we're feeling. If you lift the hands slightly, does one feel heavier? One feel a bit warmer? Or are they balanced? So all ways to check to see, what do I do in this meditation? Let's clear what we call center heart. So we place the hand, you can place the right hand on the sternum bone, the center of our chest. Mother Kundalini, please clear my heart. Please clear all the distractions that pull me into doubt or fear, uncertainty, lack of confidence. Let me become more and more aware of my own inner strength, my own inner capacity. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my center heart. Now we can rest our hands on our lap and let's rinse our feet. And we can just place the foot soaking basin to one side. We'll pour it out later. So now we'll sit together for just a minute or two and just go into a state of silent meditation. Relax the attention. So if we closed our eyes, we can open our eyes now. And be in a state of relaxed alertness. We're going to be paying attention, but trying not to analyze or interpret, but just to absorb the words, the wisdom and the love of Shri Mataji. So here is her video.
I think relationship of friendship is even higher than any other relationship we could think of. Because there's nothing to be gained out of a friendship. It never ceases, and you just enjoy the friendship, that's all. Then you can pull each other's legs sometimes. You could be little joking with another person, making fun of another person. It's all right. It's friendship. But this is the purest form of understanding our relationships with each other. And a friend is the one who is always, for no rhyme and reason, concerned about his friend. Before Sahaja Yoga, you could have only one friend. or at the most two. Three meant a crowd. Cannot have three persons as your friends. But in Sahaja Yoga, we are all friends, pure friendship. Friendship of a very beautiful nature. That you enjoy the joy of another person. In vibrations you do. If you feel the vibrations of another Sahaja, you really enjoy. I have seen this kind of friendship when we were young, because that time people were more open-hearted. As my father had his friends, he was a very orthodox Brahmin, a friend of his, and he was the chairman of an organization all over the country, and the school one of the schools where I was studying, that organization was running, so it's a big boss in that school. So my father had to go for a case far away, and he took all his family and he sent me to the hostel. He wrote to his friend that I'm going away and my daughter has to appear for her final exams, but I'm sorry I had to go. I'm taking my family with me, but this is a nice chance. So the friend wrote, all right, doesn't matter, you can go away, I'm going to look after your daughter. He came down and he stayed in the hostel, took a room there in the hostel, we all were there. He was a Brahmin, he would not touch an egg. He was a Brahmin. But he knew that I eat eggs and I'm a non-veg. So these were about summertime had started. But he would still put on his overcoat or a raincoat and walk out. I don't know from where he used to get eggs. In the morning, bring it in his room, because it was a Brahmin school, and secretly cook the eggs for me. And then he would call me and give me the eggs to eat. I said, I don't need them. No, you have to have. Father has gone away, I have to look after. So sweetly. And he was the head of heads there, breaking his own rules and regulations for me, that he was making non-veg food. And then he would take all the shells of the eggs in a paper, put it in the pocket, in a big overcoat, walk down and throw them some. Then he would come with me to leave me for my exams. Evening again, he was there waiting for me. He was such a big man, such a great man, very much respected. He was the head of the heads. And every day, I was very much surprised at this friendship. And nothing, I didn't see them talking about anything, or, they had nothing common as such, but just friendship. My father was a literary person, as you know, and this one was a social worker. My father was busy with politics. And such friends have seen, my father would go to jail, so his friends would come and take us away to their houses, and their wives would look after us, give us bath. No difference. I never felt any difference between their children and me. Moreover, we felt that they were looking after us more than their own children. First they'll give us bath. In friendship, one can really enjoy. You need a very large heart to be a friend. Very large heart. If you look after your own child, support your own child, then you are a gone case for Sahaja Yoga. But if you have that kind of a largeness of friendship, there's a nice story my father used to tell us about friends. because my brother had lots of friends. They used to go about gallivanting, this that, and then he used to always criticize that what father, your friends come in, they just look after your lawn sometimes because somebody is fond of lawn, then another does that, and you don't people discuss, argue anything. Just I don't know how you enjoy each other's company. He said, no, we talk. It's not that. No, no, we enjoy very much. So my father told him, all right, I'll tell you a story. That there was a father who had a friend, and the son had a friend. The modern times. I mean, modern these days, it's also old times, I should say. So the father said to the son that, you see, friendship is where you can always rely on your friend, and your friend can rely on me. He said, really? Yes, he said so. Oh, my friends, I can rely. The boy said, I can rely on my friends. I said, really? Yes. So, father said, all right, let's test your friends and my friends. So they went down. They asked, the father went with the son and went to these friends of the son. And the son thought, he told the son that you have to say that I have murdered someone and help me. He said, all right. So they went to one friend. That friend said, you murdered? Baba, you get out. He closed the door. Another one they went to, he closed the door. Third one, he said, no, no, don't say that you have come to my house. I have nothing to do with you. All his 20 friends said, no. He said, all right, now let me go to one friend of mine. They went there. So they knocked at the door, door would not open. Then he shouted, I am here. So the boy started saying, look at this, your friend is not even coming. He said, no, 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 just wait and see. So about 10 minutes later, the friend came and opened the door, took him inside. What's the matter? He said, you know, I have murdered somebody. The father said, and so we have come to you for help. I knew something must be there. Because why will you come at this hour? So I was collecting all the ornaments of my wife. I mean, if you need money, I better give you the ornaments. So that's why I was late. But he said, if you have murdered, well, it doesn't matter. Now you've got children, I don't have. So you better tell them I have murdered. Tell me how the murder took place. I'll take the murder upon myself. And the son was surprised. He said, no, take this. Then the father said, see now, this is my friend. You had 20 friends and I had only one friend. This is his friendship. And this kind of a friendship we Sahaja should have. I mean, with a friend you cannot be tense. Cannot be. That is first sign. And with your friend sitting there, you won't doze off and you won't sleep. But you enjoy.
Let's keep our eyes closed and bring our attention to the top of our head. While holding on to that inner silence, the peace, and the subtle connection we've just experienced, not only with ourselves, but with each other. We'll just meditate in silence for another minute or so. We can gently open our eyes. And now we'll raise our Kundalini and take a bandhan. And now on to some announcements. So this Tuesday, which will be our next session, we'll talk about enlightened choices. This Tuesday also happens to be the last day of this fourth session that we are in. We will be taking a 5-week break, and then we'll resume again on Thursday, September 18th. However, during this time of break, we will still be having our regular collective foot soak sessions. That would be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:45 Eastern Time, on the same Zoom link. Now on the next screen, you'll be seeing a QR code. You can use this to be navigated to our website, where you'll have all our recordings, information about our meditation. You can also join our WhatsApp group, where we share reminders about our courses. We have daily inspirational messages. Or if you'd like to request a mentor, you can fill out the form, a link for which is in the chat. And now you'll be taken to our interactive workshops, the breakout rooms. So please stay on to be connected to the sessions.